Well, I think the importance of this conference is that it really is an ideas bazaar, as somebody said earlier in the opening session. It's bringing together people from the policy world, practitioners who are doing all sorts of real-world responses to environmental hazards and development challenges, and then academics who watch from the sidelines and document all of these processes. And it's really, we don't have this opportunity for this kind of discussion very often, and I think that's something I've heard many people here say. I'm hoping for an outcome of this conference that challenges the way that we currently see the issues of human relationships with our planetary environment. And that means that, the way that people from different countries interact with each other, but also more fundamentally how people live within this planet, within a living environment. My own background is in environmental change, and so I really do see the fact that we're changing our environmental baseline so quickly right now as one of the big existential risks for all of the things we hold as important in society. I don't want to sort of say national security issues or anything like that, but we are facing really unprecedented changes. And so for me, one of the important outcomes is already happening. People are talking in ways that are really constructive between communities that previously didn't go to the same meeting. For an issue this important, it's actually taken a really long time for us to be able to understand even single dimensions of it. So I think this is a unique conference happening right now because it's bringing together people who've already been saying this kind of issue for the last 10 or 15 years. I mean, the second assessment report of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change already had all of the evidence we needed for action on climate change, for example. It's been 10 years since we had the Millennium Ecosystem Assessment saying we need to do something about environmental change, ecological change. So within our separate communities, we have been saying action is needed, action is urgent, policy needs to be implemented, risks are changing. All of the separate messages have been said in all these different places. But this is really the first time that we're, I suppose, trying to stand up together and say them together. And I don't think this is the first and only, or I do think this is the first, I don't think this is the only time that we'll need to do this kind of joined up conversation. I really like the fact that lots of people are saying this is the kind of forum that we'd like to see repeated many times in many other parts of the world.